Hi everybody, I'm Dean Shehu. I'm with Supply Chain Management. Specifically, I work in strategic sourcing. One of the groups within Supply Chain Management, my job entails many projects basically to try to save researchers time and money. But what I'm going to talk about today are the many facets of supply chain management, and then sort of focus on one area where we can really help you, and that's the procurement process. So one part of supply chain management is logistics. It takes care of a lot of things that happen around campus, everything from delivering gases to biospecimen storage. We have a huge freezer farm. Also moves. Construction and contract, and there's a construction team, procurement team. So they'll deal with contracts, interface with different contractors to find the best one. A lot of what we do is really negotiate to try to narrow down to 2 or 3 vendors who are probably going to deliver exactly what a specific department or person wants. Financial operations, we just brought in accounts payable into our umbrella. I actually don't know much about accounts payable. I actually was a lab manager here, so finance is not my thing. And strategic procurement. So this is one area where, with me sort of being the face that a lot of researchers see, I make my rounds around the labs, working on the various projects. I try to impart to people, you know, the things I know working with some of my colleagues in the procurement department about how they can sort of avoid some of the frustrations that people complain about. So we have people in the department, procurement, who are they're assigned department buyers. And what they do is really analogous, in my mind, to being a lawyer. They understand all the rules and regulations that come down from the federal government, from California, and the university itself around buying things. So the thing to know is basically when you're spending taxpayer dollars, it's not going to be super easy, especially when you're spending a lot of them. So here's just an example, a slide I made about how complex it is. So you can see that there's different, basically, forms that you have to submit with different thresholds of purchasing. So if you're buying something that's $100,000, there's more things you need to do. And so rather than people in research have to really understand this, the best advice we can give to people is reach out to your department buyer, get to know them, especially when you're thinking about buying something over $10,000. They know the current rules. The rules always change. And they'll actually help you prepare all the things that you need to get the transaction done quickly and whatever you're trying to buy in the door quickly. I actually reached out to them myself. I had a $40,000 contract that I needed to sign with a firm to do some work on campus, and I went out to my buyer, and he told me, look, just have everything all lined up here. We need 3 quotes, et cetera, et cetera. So when I actually submitted the quotes to him, it didn't take too long to actually get the contract signed and the supplier to start working with me. Good?
So for getting quotes, can you actually get quotes, or do you have to go through the buyer to get the quotes?
No, I think researchers can get quotes directly from, it's just that a lot of people don't even know that. For certain thresholds of certain amounts, you need to have 3 quotes to show that you actually found, or made an attempt to find a reasonably priced item. So reach out to your department buyers, get to know them. Every lab manager who I've spoken to who knows their department buyer tells me that they are able to get through this transaction process very quickly because they know they've been told in advance, depending on what they're trying to buy, what they need to submit paperwork-wise. And you can find a lot of this information on our website, especially who your department buyer is. Any questions? Great. Thanks.